Okay, it's me, Justin. What's up? So I just got the not brand new. I just got Tri-Strike right here. I absolutely love it. And I started to mod it the first day I got it. And I finished today. I'm not modding the core herb blaster just because I don't have the right spring thing. But it used so hold on. This piece, the missile launcher used to have a little grill here. I just popped that off by sticking a flathead screwdriver under it and then popping it off and then trimming and then completely sanding it down around and then around on the inside. And not only does it let more airflow through, I could also grab an elite dart and put it in here and then fire it, which fires it really hard. And then I tried to increase the air seal, but I can't get to the back. And then I was going to remove this barrel and then cut these off to make it one big fat barrel, but I can't. I, again, cannot get this orange piece off. And then I increased the air seal here, so I ended up pulling off the stock piece. So now it takes a lot of pressure to pull it off if you just leave it sit for a little bit, but it's really easy to do it as long as you're not twisting it and as long as you're applying backwards as long as you're pulling it back before, and as long as you've pulled it back before and you are pushing back, it makes it really easy. So I'm just going to show you guys how I did that. So I have a piece of another blaster, forget the name of it, never mind that. That is powered by the same mech. It used to have a plunger head like this. So this is it straight. It wobbles a ton, as you can see. And this is just a stock thing. You can see that I've done nothing to it. So I'm just going to peel it off, put the O-ring, where's the O-ring? Put the O-ring right here, and then I have this, so I'm going to go into my drawer. Yeah, I'm my dad, so I just have a bag of crap. Bag of Nerf darts and stuff. And go over here so that I could set the tape up somewhere. Don't know how good the footage is going to be. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to cut a piece. I know you guys can't see. Forgot my tripod. It's from, I don't know how long it is. Let's see. It's about 2 times the size of this plunger tube, which is the exact same size as the other plunger tube. And I'm just going to cut it into 4 strips. You can't see that. I'm just going to cut it into 4 thin strips all the way up, and then wrap those all the way around to create a better seal. How I figured it out is I wrapped it until it was nice and tight with the O-ring on it, so that it didn't wobble anymore. You don't have to make it that tight. I personally like it. It doubles the range. No, triples the range. One more thing. I'm still cutting the 3 pieces. I'm sorry, the 4 pieces. But 2.5 wraps. Wraps is 1.25 of how long of this electrical tape. Like, that is twice the size of it. So 1.25 is, sorry, 2.5 wraps around the thingy is good for 1.5 times, like 1.5 of the range, but it was still a little bit wobbly, so I wanted to get a really good seal. So what I did is I took the leftover tape and just cut it all into strips, put that all on. My plan was originally just to make it until it was stable and it didn't wobble anymore, and that just happened to end up how it was going to be. So I got them all cut. Well, I just got a tiny bit more to cut. But I wanted to mention, all you have to do is just take off the grip. You just undo the 4 screws that are holding on the grip. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to take this whole part off. Just the grip, and then you'll get to it. Okay. So I got them all cut. I just got to do one more thing. Just going to set you guys up here. A couple seconds. Okay, and now I'm going to just finish cutting these. I know, one of them is super thin, so that one's going to go on last. Actually, that one will go on first. Okay, so where are you guys able to see? Guys able to see this? Yeah, okay, good. So yeah, I'm just wrapping it all the way around. You know, you don't have to make it super, super tight. I didn't. I just made it, like, normal. I just kind of wrapped it around. I didn't pull it tight or anything, and that seemed to work fine. Now, if you don't wipe off all the grease, it's going to have trouble sticking for the first bit, but after you get it done a while, it will stick just fine. And it seems to be working perfectly. But also, like, because I haven't not done it on this piece, I've only ever done it on the Tri-Strike piece. And the only thing Nerf has to make for the Elite line, like, that's another blaster, is they have to make a rival rival air blaster like the Mega one, or even like the Demolisher one, and that shoots rival rounds. And the only thing they are missing in the rival thing is a jolt. In the rival line is a jolt. And they're missing a jolt in the Modulus line. Yeah, sure, I guess you could classify classify the grip shot as a jolt, but I personally wouldn't, because that attaches to a blaster. A jolt will not do that unless you modify it. And then you just put on the O-ring, and in the Accu-Strike line, I don't think they have a jolt yet, but that's fairly new. Whoa, this one might be a little bit smaller. I'm not sure, but they also, it's a little bit hard to get in. They also need a semi-auto, Mega gun, and they need a bow for the rival line, and then they need full auto and semi-auto, in the in the Zombie Strike line, and because they have an air, they don't. Well, now that I guess they have an air for Mega, but they don't have an air for the rival. But I see why they don't put put semi-auto and full auto in the. Okay, so for this one you have to take off a bit, but the Modulus, I promise you, is just that. It's just for full strands, and the only thing they have to do. No, I see why they don't do it in there, is because it's supposed to be like apocalyptic, and you just cobble together this garbage and stuff. But I don't like the grips, especially this one. It's uncomfortable. But so I guess I see why they can't do that, just because like Apocalypse, you might have trouble finding batteries or something like that. But that's the one thing that I'd like to see. is those. And then I personally classify crossbows as uh what's it called, as bows, just because I keep forgetting, just because you still have to prime back an arrow, string, which I don't really like, but that's just me. Okay, so this one, it's a little bit wobbly still, but I promise you, Tri-Strike is just fine. And the only thing is it's a little bit cumbersome to get in, but it's always like that when you increase a blaster like this. And this is still a little bit wobbly, but when I put this on, it's just fine, and I cannot seem to get it on. Yeah, I know, I only have half on right now, but it also pushes through a lot of air. And when it's actually attached to something, and when I actually fix this up and make like a handle or something, it'll be way easier to push through. And I don't know what I'm going to make it shoot yet, so if you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments below. My hands are all black. Okay. But, yeah. Let's see. Black hands. But, I promise you, 4 strips, twice the size of the plunger rod, work just fine. And, see ya. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe. And, bye! Got signed by the guy who played Jason in the movie Jason. I think, nope, Friday the 13th. That's what it's called. Friday the 13th. Okay, bye.